Previously on That Cthulhu Jawn.
I think I might actually check out the Fireside Tavern.
As you head inside, there's a very large fella behind the bar. The guy looks like he's dressed to be comfortable more than anything.
No offense, but what's a fancier looking fella like yourself doing here at the Fireside?
A friend of mine went missing and the stress is getting to me.
And one of the pictures is a person behind the bar, and you see it happens to be a picture of Heather. She's leaning over the bar and talking to your neighbor.
Lenny, too?
Okay, so I go to the police station. I was just here to see if Detective Thompson was here. See if he has any more information on my aunt.
Nothing new has turned up since yesterday.
Did you happen to find that statue?
Well, we don't have any sort of leads on statue. You can tell that he's either not telling the whole truth or possibly just straight up lying to you. Early in the morning there, Walter, you do get a call from Detective Thompson. Anything else that has popped into your head that could possibly give us any sort of lead or direction into the disappearance of Ms. Thiebley?
Since the first time we had spoken, I had visited an art gallery. Apparently they have a piece by this same artist.
If she actually had one of these artworks, that we may be leaning towards that it could have been a robbery of some sort that went awry.
I've been offered a spot at the auction this Friday.
If anything seems weird, funny, off, definitely give me a call. Don't forget, Friday. We got you off the schedule already, so you can make the special delivery. You head on down to the Fireside Tavern.
I actually have a question for you. I know you have really good friends. You know anyone who can find out more for me? All of a sudden, she started talking about this statue. I'm going on a date with this guy.
Who's this guy? I can go ask him a thing or two, see what he knows. Maybe knock him around a little.
This guy, Walter, and I pull out his card.
You recognize the name right away as your neighbor, Walter Q. Pendergrass?
This motherfucker.
Welcome to That Cthulhu Jawn.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for That Cthulhu Jawn, Episode 4. We are a real play Call of Cthulhu podcast. I am George, your keeper of arcane lore, and with me are my friends and investigators, Chad.
Good evening.
Chuck.
Yeah, what's going on?
And Jenny.
Hi.
All right, guys, so when we last left off, it looks like Heather and Lenny realize that they both know Walter.
Small world.
Small city, really. And it was just revealed that Heather thinks that Walter had something to do with the disappearance of her Aunt Millie. She just handed Lenny the business card of Walter at the bar. And how does Lenny respond to this?
So I'm looking at the card. Yeah, I know this guy shouldn't be too hard to find. I think. I'll see what he knows. Maybe have a look around his house. See if there's anything that points to your Aunt Millie. You know what she looked like, or anything about that statue?
She's just like a shorter. She's in her 60s, brown hair. I know the statue looked like an old man swallowing his own head.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's just what she told me. I don't know a lot about art.
Yeah, I never understood it myself.
Yeah, I don't get it. Give me a good Norman Rockwell.
Yeah, maybe I'll have a shot and head on over his place now. I'll see you soon.
Thanks so much, Lenny.
Okay, so that evening, you leave the bar. You tipsy or?
I think he was in the process of time went on. He probably had 3 rapid fire, and maybe part of 1 beer. But do I put 2 and 2 together with what Tommy Slick said? about his ordeal the other night.
Oh, yeah.
His job. He mentioned a lot of the same things, such as an old lady and a weird fucking statue.
He did mention those things. If you put it together, let's see if Lenny does. Let's get an intelligence roll out of Lenny.
Ooh, this is my best one. Don't fuck it up.
Yes.
I didn't fuck it up. 73 out of 80.
You put two and two together. You think Tommy might have actually had something to do with her aunt's disappearance. In fact, him and what was the other guy's name? Little Nicky might have killed her.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what they might have done with her, but I do recall something about unloading on her, which I'm not sure exactly what that could mean.
Right.
Since they're both dead now, that makes it hard to answer questions.
But I'm kind of curious about this. Well, I guess I know the whereabouts of the statue, so I guess I wouldn't really suspect my neighbor at all.
Probably not.
But I find it odd that he's tied up in it. I'm gonna go to bed early, and I think I have some stuff I gotta take care of tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Okay. I might have to see if I can move that delivery up a little bit. Now that I know it's tied to this, I don't want to get caught with my pants down. Just showing up on time, you know?
Just showing up on time.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. So, what do you do after you leave the bar then?
Start freaking out a little bit, walk home, and think about how I'm gonna get out of this one without getting caught, given that now I'm involved.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. So, go home, try to figure this one out overnight. Do you visit Walter, or do you just kind of blow that off?
I'm not too sure what to do with him just yet. No, I think I just look up at his house as I walk by, look for his car, but head to mine.
All right. You look up. Walter, you're there tonight, right?
Yeah, I don't think there'd be any reason to stay at the bookshop.
Yeah. Okay. So you are at home. So you do see his car out front, his little Pinto.
Mm-hmm. I'd imagine it's dark, right? Lights are on and all.
It's dark. You live on one of those narrow streets, so you don't have like actual street lamps. The only lights come from people's porch lights.
Mine's always out.
Yours is always out.
Um,
Alright, so you head on home. Just kind of try to figure things out tonight and turn in, or anything in particular you want to do, accomplish?
I think at the moment he's just kind of racking his brain a little bit.
Trying to think about what his next move should be.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's how you're going to spend your night. Heather, your night goes through after Lenny leaves. It starts to actually pick up a little bit in the bar. You get a little bit of a kind of a college crowd comes in. They're all like, oh, yeah, hey, this looks like a cool place as they walk in. You know, a bunch of younger people, like a crowd of them walks in. And they sit down, and they're like, hey, can we get a couple beers, couple shots over here?
Yeah, sure. You guys got ID?
And they kind of look at each other real quick, and they go, no, we left it at home.
I gotta see it, or you can't stay.
They kind of look downtrodden from that, and they go, okay, well, come on, guys, we can find another place. And they leave. But that looks like that was going to be the only business that you had that night, but instead, you played it. You played it the way you should. You played it by the book.
If
Yes.
I may,
College kid.
This would have been fairly new at the age of 21. They didn't.
Oh.
In 1982 or before 1982, it was 18. and then it was in '82, 3 and 4. Like it progressed 1 year older every year. So basically, if you were born and you were like 18 and able to drink, it wasn't like automatically 21. But there was no way to catch up, obviously.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they did that in '82. So it would have been fairly new that 21 is the thing. I mean, it is probably, it is a law now.
Right, but it would have been
21,
it would have been just that year
that's
that they would have been
some
21.
neat,
21 would have been the drinking age. That's pretty cool.
more or less. Yeah.
My uncle actually told me that he was right on the cusp of that. So, like, as soon as he was just turning 18, they changed it to 19.
Oh.
To 19, they changed it to 20.
Oh my god.
I never forgot about that one. It sucks, like
Some
3
Philly
years in a row.
history.
So, Heather, your night goes through not a whole lot of business after these college kids come in and then subsequently leave. You still have your 3 or 4 regulars there that don't tip that well. But your night goes through and cash out. Anything else you want to do before you go home?
No, but I'm thinking that, like, since the incident with the dude, I always just call a cab.
Okay.
On my way home since
All right.
then.
That makes sense.
So I get a cab
All right,
home.
the cab, I mean, it only drives you a couple blocks or whatever, but worth it for the safety. So get home, and as you get home, you see your roommate Ginger, old Krusty Bottoms, on the couch. She's eating some leftover Chinese food straight out of the container, it looks like, and she's watching TV. Right now, it looks like it's a late night. It's like a rerun of The Honeymooners is on, and she says, "Oh, Heather, hey, how's the search for your aunt going?"
I don't know. It's kind of going nowhere. I talked to the detective. He says he doesn't know anything and he'll let me know when he finds out, but I don't know. I talked to some friends at work to see if they could find anything out.
What are your friends going to find out that the cops can't?
I don't know. Some of my friends know a lot of people.
And
I don't think she's dumb enough to be like, my friend might be in a mob.
No. But she hears what you're saying, and she kind of gives a little nod, a little wink to you. She goes, "Oh, I got you." And she gets up and puts her Chinese food away, what's left of it. She goes, she says to you, I can't eat too much. You don't want to pack on the pounds. I'm not going to get any parts. But I'm going to head in for the night, Heather. Go to my room and just turn in. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I won't. I got another audition tomorrow. And she heads to her bedroom.
All right. Good night, Ginger.
And do anything else tonight?
What time is it? It's like 3 now?
It's like 3 a.m, yeah.
No,
All right,
probably
turn
not.
in.
Probably just eat the rest of her Chinese food after she goes to sleep.
You finished it. You just don't remember.
Yeah.
All right. So eat the food, go to bed, and we're going to start up on Thursday. Walter, what do you want to accomplish on Thursday?
I mean, as far as the 9 to 5 goes, I mean, he'd probably do his work thing like usual. I don't know. I was thinking, he's probably been kind of stressed out this whole week, not really having any answers, and everywhere he's looked in terms of doing research is kind of turned up empty there. I think there might be 2 things on his mind. Just because it might settle his nerves, I think when he goes home tonight, he's going to take out his antique, ornate, pearl-handled Derringer and a gun cleaning kit, and he's going to make sure that it is in pristine condition to the best of his ability.
All right. So you get home from you leave Joe Clark's bookshop around closing time, or do you leave earlier than closing time?
No, he stays the whole shift. No need to shirk his
We're going to say the
responsibilities.
bookshop closes around 8 o'clock at night. All right. So after 8 o'clock, you head on home. You live in South Philly. The bookshop's in Center City. So do you take public transit to work or do you drive?
Probably not the best parking on Chestnut Street unless they have
Absolutely
private
not.
parking here. He would probably might park somewhere else, but not near the store. So he might even walk through the city to some degree. How cold is it today?
It's freezing.
Still, yeah, that stinks. Well, I think I'm gonna do a short walk to Little Pete's. I'll call ahead and order an Italian hoagie.
Okay. Eating out again.
Pick that up and take it home.
All right. Grab yourself a nice oily Italian hoagie,
Mm-hmm.
which is what they used to call Tommy Slick, actually.
Yeah, I think
But he ain't around no more.
probably concludes my walking through the city. I'll probably look for a cab and catch that to my neck of the woods.
All right. Hop a cab to South Philly to your house. By the time you get home, we're going to say it's about 9 o'clock.
Sure.
Anything else you want to take care of?
I don't know. He kind of has mind to ask Lenny about that picture at the bar and stuff like that, but I'm not exactly sure how I'd approach the situation. So I think he'd probably just try to lose himself in his thoughts and polish that, or not polish, but clean the piece I mentioned.
Okay.
Try to take his mind off of the bad things that have
So
been
you
going
take
on
out
lately.
your little pearl-handled Derringer.
He was hoping Millie was going to handle his Derringer.
Polish your piece.
Oh man. Guess I walked into that one.
So it's got the pearl handle on it. It's got like the does it have like the filigree artwork around like the barrel and?
Maybe not that much. I was thinking it would be more like the polished like mirror finish kind of thing. He carefully tries not to get fingerprints on the barrel and stuff like that.
I got you. Okay. So, but it's pretty decorative.
Well, certainly the handle, that might have like some gold inlay and like the leafy kind of,
Okay.
patterns from yester century.
You polish your piece, and that really all you're taking care of tonight? Polish your piece, go to bed.
Yeah, I think that. Maybe watch some TV while I'm doing it.
All right.
Read a little bit before bed.
All right. Get a couple pages in of a book and start to kind of get a little sleepy.
He's reading the articles.
You can only read about 10 minutes of it and then he falls asleep.
Dear Penthouse.
So, how does Lenny spend his Thursday?
Thursday. Well,
Your day starts, you wake up and leave the house by 6 o'clock in the morning usually, so you can be at work around 6:30.
well, today it might be a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What you doing?
Maybe like half hour earlier. Not a
Okay.
whole lot. But I, go to work as usual, except I take a look over at Walter's house. What time does he normally leave? Do I know, or do I leave before him?
You know that you leave before he does in the morning.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, well, get in my truck and roll. Gotta let it run for a while. But I head on to work as usual. I assume there's like a Yellow Pages there or something, right?
At work?
Yeah, like
Absolutely.
a phone directory. They have them everywhere. I'm gonna look for that Ventucci Art Gallery, I believe it was.
All right, so you find the number for Ventucci out in Ballackinwood.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna just jot that down, and I'm gonna be calling that somewhere along my route.
Okay. All right.
And start as usual, but head to a different location than my delivery. I'm gonna see if I can pick up that thing down by the docks now.
Okay. So you clock in your normal time, and you, instead of doing your delivery rounds, you get loaded up with the truck, but instead of doing your delivery rounds, you head down to the dock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll still do my route later, or ideally.
Right. But you think you'll have time to do both. So you head down to the docks, to Warehouse 15.
That one warehouse.
So you head down to Warehouse 15, and it's all locked up.
There was no guard there, or I gotta be there.
Dude, they're pretty early in the morning. There's no guards around or anything.
I'm gonna pull around back. Kind of. Is this anyone around, or?
You don't see anyone.
I'm gonna turn my truck around. park on the side, I guess, and have a walk around, see if I can get in here.
Okay, so you walk around to the front of the warehouse. It is locked.
Looking up at windows or jiggling handles or any
Well-
of those like hatches or anything on the roof, ladders.
There is what appears to be a ladder that leads down, but you're going to have to jump to reach it. And it leads up to one of the windows up there.
Jumping, huh? Well, I can give it a shot.
You can give me a jump roll.
Oh, I have a question. Did I get that hit point back?
Yeah. Yeah, spin the dice.
And 2. That is a 6. 006. I
Nice.
swear to God, these dice are.
Oh, wow.
killing
That's
it. They
going to be
suck.
almost an extreme pass. So, you needed a hard one. So
I got no points in the jump.
So you need a hard pass, and you managed to do it. Leap up, grab the ladder, give it a good yank, and it comes down with a clunk.
Okay. Is it like one of those counterweighted, like fire escapes or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. I guess I slide down, then climb back up.
All right, you slide it down and climb back up the ladder to the window above, and you look in the window. It's a little dusty, so you kind of, do that thing where you take your elbow and
Yeah. No fingerprints. I got driver's gloves on like all the time too.
Okay, all right,
You
good to
need
know.
in this line of work.
So you dust off the window a little bit, and you see in, and you see that there's a catwalk that goes along the edge of the warehouse. And inside the warehouse, there's a bunch of boxes and stuff, but there's one that's kind of sitting in the middle of the room, and it just kind of, I don't know, the moonlight just catches it right, and it seems to stick out more than the other boxes.
Oh, I guess the sun hasn't up yet. Well, that's better for me. Is this window open?
The window is open.
Is there anything below it? If I climb through, what's there?
Yeah, there's a catwalk that leads around the inside of the window, and you can. It looks like you can climb down from there.
I'm gonna slip on inside.
Okay, go ahead and through the window. Ladder down. You don't need to give me a climb roll or anything for that. It's just since you have the ladder to assist you.
Ladders are good. Yeah, I know ladders.
Yeah.
3-point contact. Safety.
This has been a PSA from That Cthulhu Jawn.
Ladders are good.
We're pro
They're
ladder.
good.
Very pro ladder podcast.
If you see a ladder, now you'll know.
So you head on down the ladder to the main floor. There are just a lot of crates around, wooden crates. A lot of them are on pallet jacks, stacked on top of each other. But like I said, there's one that's kind of in the center of the room by itself.
I'd go over to that one. Look for any identification or any labels or anything on it.
There's absolutely no labels on it or anything. But as you approach it, give me a PAL roll.
Oh no. Oh no. This is not good. This is a low one. Ooh, not good. Really bad. It's 88
Ooh.
out of 30.
So you feel drawn to this box. You really want to know what's inside it.
I really don't.
You're gonna get you manjied.
Oh, Christ. That would be going against what I should be doing, but I keep hearing about this statue.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like it's nailed shut, or
Oh, it's nailed shut.
how big is it?
It's about 2 feet square and about 4 feet high.
Okay. How big is the statue? I mean, am I completely compelled to open it, or what's going on?
You feel compelled to open it, but not like you're being forced to or anything. But you're curious about this box. Very curious about this box. Something about it is almost pulling you in, it feels.
Yeah. If it's not like readily easy to open without any tools or anything,
No,
I
you would
think,
need a crowbar or something.
I think I want to get out of here. Honestly, just get it in my truck.
Yeah, you
It's
got
a bit-
kind of a creepy feeling.
It's a bit bigger than I thought it was, but I think I could squeeze it. Squeeze it in the back, shuffle around a little bit.
You put it on your truck?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I can unlock the door from the inside or whatever.
You can unlock the door from the inside. It's got some big swinging barn doors on there.
Like a pallet jack.
Yeah. There's one sitting around, manual pallet jack, not one of the electric ones. You start to jack this thing up, and it's surprisingly light when you go to move it. Like,
Okay.
it feels like not a whole lot's in there.
Yeah. Why such a big? I give it a little shake, just like a little one, to see if anything rattles around.
Give me a listen roll.
I listen good. No. 22 out of 45. That's just enough for a hard pass.
All right. So it was a hard pass, you said?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was mechanical repair. Listen. Yeah, hard pass.
Hard pass. Okay, great. So as you're moving this thing around, you hear something shifting in there, but it sounds like it's whatever's in this box is mostly packaging, like maybe straw or peanut or those styrofoam peanuts or
Excelsior.
something. Sounds like this crate is mostly packaging.
Mm-hmm. All right, that makes sense for an art piece. Keep it safe. Probably worth some money. Hence why it was so important. But yeah, I got to get a move on, and I want to be out of here before the sun comes up. So I try to shuffle this into my the contents in the back, and try to lock the door behind me, I guess.
Should be no problem locking the door behind you. You load this crate onto your truck.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
drive off with it.
Beep beep.
All right, that's pretty early in the morning. You get back to the. Well, you're already loaded up with your first round of deliveries for the day.
Yeah, so I just get moving with the regular deliveries. At some point, maybe when I stop for a sandwich or something, I'm gonna call the art gallery.
All right, so we'll say around 11 or so is you start feeling a little hungry. Maybe go grab yourself a sandwich. You take a little break around 11.
Okay. Payphone around?
Sure, yeah.
Payphone next to the sandwich spot. Is there one with a booth?
There is not one with a booth around unless you want to drive somewhere else.
No, that's all right.
Okay.
I'm gonna call the art gallery
All right.
from the number I wrote down.
All right. You call the art gallery, and there's an answer on the other end. Ventucci, how can I help you?
Yeah, I got a delivery scheduled for tomorrow originally, but I gotta move it up.
You have to move
So-
up the delivery?
Yeah. I was wondering if I could drop it off later on today.
Was this a delivery for the auction tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am, sir.
It's a guy on the phone.
Yes, ma'am, sir.
So the guy on the other end of the phone says to you, well, we're not insured for it until tomorrow.
Ooh, that's gonna be a problem. The only other time I can drop it off would be real early in the morning.
I guess you could drop it off today. Around what time are you going to swing by?
Your earliest convenience.
We're open until 10 tonight.
All right, give me a few hours. Anytime I'd say between like 3 and 6.
So that should be fine. We'll be expecting you around sometime between 3 and 6 with the delivery. What was your name?
Named Lenny.
Lenny, delivery guy. Okay. What are you saying, Jenny?
Why would you give your real name? You fucking idiot.
Already did it.
I'm just a delivery guy. I don't know what's in there.
I'm not even in the mob. I'm a fucking bartender, and I'm like, don't give your real name.
Plausible deniability on this one.
So, you go through the rest of your day, I guess, just delivering your stuff, but you have this nagging sensation that you want to check out this box.
Mm-hmm.
In your truck, you have a crowbar.
I do.
Yeah, it'll be safe at my house tonight. Let me just take it home.
The more I think about it, the more I feel like moving up the drop off.
Okay.
So I might even get there on time or early. Start heading out there because I think, while I'm delivering, I might as well crack it open, right?
While you're delivering it?
Yeah, right. I mean, they might want it open.
Yeah. So you do so. You crack this thing open.
But I don't want to break it.
No.
I do wanna see
But
it.
there's a lot of straw inside, and we'll
So-
say you dig through that straw.
Oh, I want to drop it off first.
Oh, you want to drop it off first? I'm sorry. I thought you were going to
Right. Check it out once we get to the gallery.
when you get to the gallery. Okay. So you arrive at the gallery in Balkimwood, the Ventucci Art Gallery, and there is a dock out back.
All right. I'll back up to it.
Okay, you back up to the dock. I'm going to say it's
Back my
about
thing up.
3 o'clock in the afternoon right now.
Oh, look at that.
So you wanted to
Right
get
on
you wanted to get there between three and 6, and you got there on the earlier side because you're trying to.
And I walk around to the back, crowbar in hand,
All right.
climb up on the loading dock and bang on the back door as I go to open the back.
All right. So you go to bang on the back door, and a woman with large, thick, gold-rimmed glasses, and a dark hunter green pantsuit comes out, and she says, "What do you think you are doing right now?"
Yeah, I got this delivery for what is this Ventucci Art Gallery here.
She says, "We are not expecting any deliveries today. You go around, you take your delivery, you go elsewhere with it."
I'm afraid no can do. This is the only time I'm going to be able to drop this off. I already talked to somebody on the phone.
You did not talk to me on the phone. You might have talked to someone. They did not know what is going on.
I'm walking to the back of my truck and opening the gate as she's yelling at me.
And she's traveling behind you saying, take your delivery back. We are not expecting any deliveries until tomorrow.
I put the crate on the little hand truck,
Uh-huh.
wheel it off.
All right. You wheel it off as she's continuing to yell and berate you. And you just kind of, I guess, rolling your eyes and taking the fucking thing off.
If she doesn't make way or give me a way to bring it in, I'm gonna open it up right in front of her.
All right.
Because I can't contain myself. I want to see it.
All right. So you go to start. You grab the crowbar, and she stops you for a second. And she pulls you in a little closer. She goes, "You are one of Chucky's men, are you not?" She whispers to you.
I kind of give her a wink. I say, "Lady, look, I just have to drop this off."
She says, "If you drop it off now, Chucky may not be very happy. You drop it off tomorrow when you are supposed to. Do you understand me?"
Look, lady, if you want me to hang around and make sure nobody steals it at night or something, I guess I could, but I gotta move it now.
She says to you, "Yes, well, if you could guarantee a guard for it, perhaps we could arrange this."
Yeah, no reason to involve Chucky.
Says,
He's got enough on his plate. Take care of everything.
says to you, "Yes, this could be agreeable." And she allows you to wheel it off the dock and into the back room of the art gallery, where you see there's a couple paintings like leaning against the wall. A couple other sculptures look like they're kind of not haphazardly piled together, but there are some scrunched together pretty closely. There is enough space for you to wheel this crate in and place it down.
I do so. I remove the hand truck from beneath it.
Okay.
Hold the crowbar out toward her. See if she wants to open it.
She turns to you and says, "No, you go ahead. You open."
All right. I kind of stand next to it. Does it look like the side panel comes off, I guess, right? Or
Yeah, it looks
should I
like the
lay it
side
down?
panel comes off.
I guess I'll stand it up. I don't know.
All right, so you stand it up, pry open the side panel. It's kind
Stand to the
of,
side.
yeah, jimmy it. And the side of it eventually kind of comes loose a little bit and then falls down, hits the floor with a thud. A lot of hay and straw falls out. And then you see the corner.
Hey.
You see the corner of something kind of sticking out there. It's metallic looking.
It doesn't feel like anything metal. It's pretty light. I I kind of dig away some of the straw.
You kind of dig away some of the straw, and you give me a listen roll.
I don't want to listen.
Open your mind.
I don't want to listen. Ooh, 46 out of 45.
All right, up to you. But you want to push the roll? You want to spend that luck point?
I'm gonna skip this one.
You're gonna skip
I
this
don't know
one.
what it is.
All right.
Yeah. I just hear the rustling of the hay. It's so loud. There's so much of it.
But as you're
Just
rustling
covered
the
in
hay, you brush up against this metal thing, and it itself, as you uncover it, it's about 1 foot by 1 foot square, but it is a weird looking statue, and
How tall is it?
it's about 1 foot by 1 foot.
Oh, so it's just a really tiny thing in this long box.
Yeah, but it's a lot of packaging. And the statue itself, when you go to touch it, it moves very easily. The statue, although metal, seems deceptively light.
And what does this statue look like?
Oddly enough, it kind of looks like an elderly man's mouth that is open up and folding in on itself, almost as if he's trying to swallow his own head.
You don't see that. You don't see that shit every day. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of shit.
The subject of the sculpture is a human head swallowing itself, but it's hard to describe as it has many strange curves and details that the eye just can't quite catch before being distracted by another horrible element of the work of art.
I just don't get it.
She looks, the woman with you looks at it and goes, "Isn't it beautiful?"
I look over at her. Her admiration for this garbage is a little more distracting, maybe.
Well, Lenny, you kind of want this statue for yourself.
No,
You have this strange draw to it that, even though it's not aesthetically pleasing, for some reason, you want this statue.
Yeah, but even with all I know about it, I feel like
I don't know what you know about it.
I know it's involved in some things, and some other people want it, and the mob is wrapped up in it. I don't want to get clapped. Is that bad? I think it's...
That doesn't sound good. Lenny, the curator of the art gallery turns to you, and she says, "Yes, I can see that you can see the beauty in it too. It is terrifying in its beauty. I'll tell you what, you know Chucky, so perhaps if you would want a chance of owning the statue, you could come to the auction tomorrow."
You know what? That's a good idea.
And she,
I'm gonna take you up on that offer.
and you kind of want to go to the auction, like anything to see the statue again.
It's a good way to get it without necessarily getting my hands dirty.
Right. So
what a good opportunity to have it for myself.
My precious. Wait, is this Lord of the Rings?
There's always something new to look at. It's just every facet of this is more horrible than the last.
yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. I want it.
And so she invites you to the auction tomorrow. She tells you that it is at 3:00. That it begins at 3:00, but this will be the last item up for bids.
All right. That's good to know. I'll take you up on that offer. Thanks there, ma'am.
She says, "Yes, it was nice meeting you, and thank you for opening the statue for me. We will be able now to enjoy, bask in its presence, in its beauty, in its artisticness."
I stare at it the whole time she's speaking. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Back away slowly from the statue.
Uh-huh.
All right. So it's about 3:30, we'll say. About 3:30 after you get done with that. All right, Walter, what do you do on your Thursday?
Well, it's probably another work day for him. I think I'm going to have to look into maybe getting my shift covered for a few hours tomorrow because I want to see this auction or whatever. So, I don't know. I mean, what's the deal with the owners to this place? Do they kind of just leave me in charge most days, or is it something...
The owners are Headley and Theodore.
Okay. Is this the place where like I could just put up a sign saying, sorry for the inconvenience, I'll be closed for a few hours, tomorrow kind of thing? Or do I have to check with them and see if they can cover the hours or what?
You can get someone to cover your hours, no problem.
Well, then I would definitely take some time to arrange all that so as not to leave the store shorthanded.
So your Thursday goes by just like any other Thursday, I guess. Not much happens throughout the day. No one gets in contact with you regarding Millie, anyway. Regarding some fine old books, yes, but not regarding Millie.
Fine old bitches. I'm sorry, Millie.
Poor Walter.
I shouldn't speak ill of the dead.
You secure yourself an open slot where someone can cover for you for the auction tomorrow. And does Heather do anything on Thursday?
I was wondering, have I seen the news where there's a auction?
They
has
only
it been
mentioned
on
it
the
that
news?
one time. I don't think
Okay.
you've seen it.
Okay.
Actually, you were off that day.
So is it possible that I also saw the news?
It is possible. So, do you watch the news, Heather? Are you a news watcher?
Yeah, sure. That's 6 o'clock probably. Not anything morning time, but
Right, and you weren't at work at that time. It was your boss that was bartending. So I could say that you probably could have seen that and know that there is going to be an auction on Friday.
okay. So I was thinking, can I call there and see if I could get tickets? Like, she doesn't know how it works. She just
Okay.
looks it up in the yellow pages and calls
Okay.
to see if she can get in.
Okay. So you call up and someone answers. Young voice of a young fella. Vintucci's, how can I help you?
Hi, my name is Heather, and I was inquiring about the auction tomorrow. I'm wondering, is it open to the public?
He says to you, anyone who we have limited seating for it. However, there has been a couple of people that were invited that have dropped out. If you would like to if you're showing interest in the auction tomorrow and you're a serious buyer, we do have a slot open that you could take.
Oh, I'd love that. I'm definitely interested in buying.
He says to you, okay, what's the name that I can take down?
Heather Snakehole.
And he writes down, he says, you hear him say, Heather Snakehole. All right. So he takes your name down and he goes, is there anything else I can help you out with, Miss Snakehole?
No, that's wonderful. Thank you for all your help.
All right, so you hang up with him. And Thursday night, I'm going to say you work Thursday for Thirsty Thursday. But everyone's thirsty every day at the Fireside Tavern. So you have before you head to work, is there anything you wanted to do?
Probably just the usual, blow dry my hair,
Gotcha.
You know,
Put on your makeup, that kind of thing.
put on my makeup, cake it on, get some blush going, get
Cake
the
it
shoulder
on.
cake it on, get those shoulder pads in, tease the hair,
Fuck yeah.
the usual. Get a good old, like a sweatshirt, but that's cut right in the middle so you can see like my belly button.
Nice. Half a can of Aquanet in the hair.
Goddamn right.
Look out.
Those bangs won't ever break.
Look out, she's a fire hazard. So, Heather, your night at work seems like a pretty typical night. The customers tip a little better than usual. But we're going to get into Friday unless anyone else has anything else they want to do Thursday.
Yes, actually. I think after my shift, I might return to the Fireside Tavern, or what is it? Fireside Tavern?
Okay. You go back to the Fireside Tavern around 8 o'clock, which is about 2...
It might take him a little longer to get there if the store closes at 8.
Yeah, that's right. The store closes at 8. I'm sorry. So you are going to say you get down to the Fireside Tavern around 8:30.
Mind's been racing all damn week. He has like no ideas of who else he can talk to about all this crap that's going on in his head.
Mm-hmm.
And, old Sal seemed kind of sympathetic enough. And that picture of Lenny and the niece, or, well, he doesn't really know. It's the full relationship, but he knows that Heather is somehow tied into Millie and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So, aside from sitting at home, being bored and reading books like a nerd, I think that's the only thing that he can really think of.
Okay, so you head to the Fireside Tavern, but this time behind the bar is not Sal. This time behind the bar, you recognize the girl from Millie's house crime scene. Heather is standing behind the bar.
Let's see. He kind of... I guess maybe nods a little bit, but not like in a super obvious way. But
grab yourself a seat at the bar.
He does.
Oh, she's winding up for her punches.
Comes that uppercut right to the moon.
Heather, what do you do when you see this guy that you recognize as the last person to talk to your aunt?
Am I working with anyone else?
You are the only one there.
Okay. Okay, so I kind of quickly walk up to him and say, "Are you fucking stalking me or something? What, are you stalking my whole family?"
Oh boy. He says, it's nothing like that, I assure you. Kind of, takes a step back and,
You're next.
He says, I've just had a real rough week, and I'm having trouble putting the pieces together, and honestly, I could just use a drink or two.
So you live in Philadelphia, and you never been here, and I never seen you before, but you're in here tonight, after you're the last person to see my aunt.
He says, listen, I keep trying to tell you, I had nothing to do with your aunt's disappearance, and I'm pretty worried myself. I mean, it's been the better part of a week now. Have you heard anything, or has she been in contact with you? I tried calling and I talked to the detective again, but he looks pretty distressed. Genuinely, he's like, honestly, I don't quite know where else to turn.
You feeling bad for this guy at any point there, Heather?
A little bit. He's looking a little like sad, sappy.
A little pathetic.
Yeah, a little pathetic, a little sad, sappy, like a little. He's got a bit of a pop vibe now.
Okay.
So, all right. No, I don't know anything. I talked to them. These Philly cops, I don't know. They're a bunch of jerks. They don't know nothing. Just, what do you want? What are you drinking?
He says, I'll have a Coors and one of those tall mugs you got.
All right. She just gives it to him and then, like, trickles off. Like, she feels a little bad for him and a little bit bad that she's, like, a bitch, but she doesn't want to really...
She's still not 100% about this guy.
Yeah.
All right, so she kind of brushes you off a little bit after that, Walter. Do you try to warm up to her or anything, or just having a drink?
Well, I mean, he's not gonna be too, full head of steam about it. I mean, he probably does need a moment to, drink a little bit and kind of collect his thoughts. I guess every kind of thread he's pulled has not really unraveled anything, just led to more threads. So he takes a big gulp or two of his beer and lets out a long sigh. What's the clientele looking like in here? How many people are in this place?
There's 5 people in there tonight on this Thirsty Thursday. 3 of them look like they've been there for a long time. Come 8:30, But a couple of them look a little more fresh-faced. The remaining two.
Okay. Anybody playing music, or we got some TV on? What's the atmosphere?
Oh yeah, the music's playing, but it's like old country western kind of stuff. TVs are on right now. I think Alpha's playing.
Nice. You might actually try to listen in on some of that.
I'm eating cats. Ah!
I forgot that's what Alf sounded like until just now.
It was an alien Rodney Dangerfield.
Which would probably be good, honestly. A little bit of levity. He's probably been, well, I mean, he does like a science fiction books, but I mean, you know, you can only get so much from books.
Right, yeah, something a little humorous.
Yeah, you need a little comedy in your life.
Right.
So we might lighten up a little bit with that. Probably looking to have a few beers, but, you know, try to pace himself.
All right, do you guys interact again in any sort of way? Or are you just kind of trying to kind of keep away from each other?
No, I mean, he probably would eventually try to have words with her again.
Well,
I guess,
hold on one second there, Walter. Lenny, after you get done your shift, do you go to the Fireside Tavern?
When I head back to the warehouse, whatever, dispatch or something, is Chucky normally there or no?
Not usually, no.
Does he have like an office somewhere? Or?
Skinny Joey has an office.
Ugh.
Yeah, nah, that's okay. All right. I'm gonna, well, as per usual, I head home first.
Okay.
Then park.
Shower up real quick.
And I look over to my neighbor's house.
His car's not there.
He's not around. All right.
his bright tungsten lamp is still on outside his house, though.
So, I mean, I know that he's not necessarily involved. I know that he was kind of loosely somewhere involved. But I know the real story, so, I mean, I really don't have to get any info out of him or check his house for anything. But this time I was actually hoping he was there, honestly. So, I suppose shower up, take a look and see if his car is there before walking to the bar.
All right.
If he doesn't come home first.
All right. He doesn't. I don't know. How long does Walter stay there?
Probably 2-3 hours at least. I mean, it really doesn't have too much to do aside from reading.
Okay,
and
so you're going to be there till about 10:30 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense. Easily.
All right. So I'm going to say at least 10:30 you're there till. Now, Lenny, you did see that Walter's car's not there. You're all showered up and you're free to do whatever you want tonight. We're going to say for you, it's about 8 o'clock when you're all done eating, showering, and all that stuff.
All right. I bring some coffees.
Mm-hmm.
Get extra coffee for the bartender.
For Heather? All right. So, Heather, a little bit after Walter shows up and you have that kind of awkward interaction with him, your buddy Lenny comes in with a couple coffees. One of them's for you.
Walk up to him, hey Lenny, and make like a quick squirrely eye towards
Walter?
Look who's here.
Yeah, hey.
Is
Look
he
who
anywhere
showed
near where I usually like to sit?
He's actually sitting in your usual seat.
Oh, damn.
Right at the corner.
This fucking guy.
So I lean over the bar, kind of toward her. I'm eyeing him up. I say, so, he giving you a hard time? What's going on here? He's starting to, stalk you here? He's snooping too much? What's happening?
That's the same thing I said. I asked him the same thing, but he's kind of a pathetic loser, so I'm starting to feel a little bad. I mean, he's giving me this sob story that he's all upset. I don't know.
Hey, he's always giving me faces through his window, folding his arms at me.
Looks like the type.
Now, did you pick up on that he is always looking at him through his window there, Heather?
Oh. Yes. What do you mean he's always looking at you through his window?
This guy lives next door. I told you I knew where he lived. Well, he lives, not next door, right? A couple houses down?
Yeah, a couple. He's one of your neighbors, but it's just down the block from you.
Yeah, he lives down the street from me.
So what's he do? Like, what's his deal? He's just staring in windows? Is that what his thing is? Just creeping around?
He don't like that I park my truck on the little street, so he's just kind of always angry with me. Honestly, I think he's just a lonely, bored old man. I don't think nothing at his house stood out. I don't think he's got anybody locked up in there. But well, anywho, give me my usual. Put it next to him, and I start walking down toward my neighbor there.
Okay.
Walter.
And so you walk over down towards Walter, and Walter, you look up from the bar, and you happen to catch eyes with your neighbor who's approaching you.
Mm-hmm.
Lenny.
So what are you doing here?
I'm just having a drink. And he raises his cores.
Just need a new spot,
in a
huh?
bag.
Give the grieving niece a hard time there.
No, nothing like that at all. I kind of thought it was me that was having the hard time. It's been one hell of a week. I saw your picture up there. I guess this is a bar you frequent?
I told them to take that down, but yes, I'm in here from time to time, yeah, if you have to know. Let's sit down next to him.
All right.
Says, well, here's to you. Hopefully you're having a better week than me. Takes a few big glugs.
It'd be better if you weren't in my spot, but maybe just this once.
He looks down at the seat.
I'll raise my shot glass. I say, I look over at Heather. I say, did you get yourself one?
Do you pour shots for all three of you?
No, I gotta wake up early tomorrow for an auction. Is it early? Is it in the day?
No, it's in the afternoon, but I guess it's kind of early for you.
Yeah. So I say, I'm gonna stand this one out. I gotta go into an auction in the morning.
Oh, yeah?
At Ventucci?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Says out loud.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I was gonna talk to you about it, Heather, but maybe later. I kind of side-eye Walter.
Yeah. We'll talk later.
Says, I've been following up on that whole business with Millie there, and everything that I found led me to Ventucci as well. Apparently, the lady has a piece of artwork by the artist who made the statue Millie inherited.
Take a sip of my beer, but I put it down real heavy. Say, just how were you invested in this anyway, Walter?
Says, well, originally Millie had come to me to see if the statue was worth anything, and my search led me to the gallery everybody seems to know about. But I don't know, I got a weird vibe about the place, and everything that the little I've uncovered about this artist kind of makes me think that this piece is a bit more rare. I don't know. I just haven't really found any real answers, and I've found a lot more questions.
You never know. These artists, they just pop up every once in a while, and somebody already has a couple. They're probably just it's probably a completely different statue.
Well, yeah, hopefully. But since we're on the subject there, Heather, what are your thoughts? I mean, if they unveil some sort of statue that matches the description Millie gave me, I talked to the cops earlier, and that detective, he didn't seem especially helpful. I mean, I told him, well, yeah, I shouldn't say that. It was all perhaps coincidental, but yeah, I guess depending on how this auction pans out tomorrow, well, I'm running out of threads to pull, you see. And he kind of leaves it at that and takes another sip or two from his beer.
Say, so you're kind of just curious? Is that what you're telling me? You're, I mean, obviously, you're not going to get much payment at this point.
Well, hold on just a minute there. I'd like to believe that Millie's somewhere safe, and, it's not even about the job, but Geez, have a little heart, pal. He
You
kind of
seem-
nudges you. Like, you're
seem
right in
taken
front of
care of.
Heather here. You might want to sugarcoat it a little bit.
I'm sorry. I'm a little riled up lately. Honestly, I still don't understand your connection with all this other than just professional curiosity. So,
Well,
you'll have to pardon me then.
no offense given. Millie and I had talked many times over the years. She fairly regularly comes into the bookstore for different reasons. Never really art related, but
You never said she was a friend of yours. Now, you should have opened up with that.
yeah. Well, Millie and I both like books a lot. He adjusts his glasses, the old index finger to the
I like it.
nose
I mean,
piece there.
it contributes to Walter's like awkwardness that he didn't open with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it eased the tension a little bit earlier.
Yeah. He says,
That
yeah.
makes a little bit of sense now. Thank you for clarifying.
He scratches his temple a little bit. He's like, yeah, I suppose I could have led with that. I'm sorry.
And once again, sorry, Heather. I got carried away. It's been a long week for me to, get us all another one. And I put down a whopping 50.
Damn!
Oh, nice.
Even Walter sits up
Shit.
straight at that. It's like, ooh.
Got that OT money.
That's right. That's right.
Heather, real quick, give me an intelligence roll.
Yeah, fuck this. I made my intelligence super high.
Big butts Lenny over here.
Big butts.
Okay, so it's 60,
Okay.
and my intelligence is 85.
All right, so that's a pass. So, Heather, you're used to seeing Lenny come in fairly often with Tommy Slick. You haven't seen him for a couple days now. Maybe you might want to ask Lenny where Tommy Slick has been.
Okay.
It's up to you, though.
So, I do. So, Lenny, let's change the subject. I don't want to talk about this statue or Millie anymore. I can't get it out of my head anyway. How's Mr. Slick been? I haven't seen him in here with you lately.
Yeah. He hasn't been around lately.
What do you mean he hasn't been around? I thought you guys were buds.
Well, I mean, you heard he got that big job with that phone call last week.
Oh, that's a long job. What's he out of overseas?
I think it's just a long road trip, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's not uncommon once in a while, you get an offer for a real big job, and he didn't have a lot to tie him down here, so he had the opportunity to go, I suppose, for
All
a
right.
longer route, we'll say.
Walter hiccups loudly suddenly. Excuse me. I guess I don't drink that often. Excuse me a sec. And he sets his mug down and heads to the bathroom.
He's not gonna puke, is he?
He's gonna puke. He's totally gonna puke.
While Walter's at the bathroom, do you guys discuss anything real quick behind his back?
I say, I did a little digging. That Walter guy, I don't think he's got much to do with it at all, honestly. I don't know if we should necessarily discuss it now in case he walks out or whatever, but I only know a little bit so far. But I know someone hired someone to steal it. I don't know who that is yet. I'll see. But yeah, it looks like something was going on with this statue.
Is there a way that you could find out who delivered it to this auction? Maybe they're the ones that stole it.
Well, I got feelers out. I've been asking around, so I don't know too much yet, like I said, and I don't know who hired anybody or whatever. But yeah, I suppose I could look into
right.
it. I'm gonna go down there tonight after. I should probably go fairly soon, but if you want me to hang around, that's fine.
No,
I'll
go
down
ahead.
there, watch the building.
No, go
See
ahead.
If it gets,
Take care of
anything
it.
weird going on.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so Lenny leaves. Walter, you come back from the bathroom. You see that your neighbor is gone. Heather's still there though, behind the bar, of course. But do you just kind of finish up your drink and go home, or are you sticking around doing anything else?
I think he's probably had his fill, and honestly, just talking to somebody about everything that's going on this week a little bit was probably helpful enough. And after another beer, he'd probably nurse it a little bit just to kind of get himself in driving condition again.
Okay. All right. So you finish up, head on home. Heather, I'm going to say that your night is pretty uneventful from there on out. All right, so let's get to Lenny's guard duty at the...
Wait. I just wanted to state, before I left the bar, I totally dropped down 4 wands. Because, you got to...
Oh, okay.
Oh. I was wondering, can I say bye to Walter, like, or am I just like, fuck you?
It's up to you.
know.
How do you do it when he leaves? He drops 4
I don't
ones on the bar.
know. He's
This is, thanks you.
yeah.
This is,
I think I say bye.
Okay. At least
I mean, I
at
kind
least
of feel. I think I'm turning because Lenny's like, oh, like I trust Lenny, and he's saying
that he
he's
doesn't have
not
anything.
involved.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's cool. I'm
never
sure.
said I wasn't involved.
No,
You
that
said Walter
Walter
wasn't
isn't
involved.
Didn't say
involved.
it. Oh yeah.
Not you fucking slime ball.
From what I can tell. What do you?
Fucking
what do you mean?
I mean, thanks for the coffee though.
I had nothing to do with it.
So, Lenny, you get to the Ventucci Art Gallery. It's pretty late. You see someone is locking the front door right now.
Is it the big shoulders lady?
No, it's a younger guy.
Okay. Well, now is the building or is is it on a corner or what is the layout around this art gallery like?
It's on one of those streets that has a lot of shops on it. It's got a two-lane street going, but 1 lane going each way, and it's along a line of other shops at a corner with a little lawn in front of it.
So it is on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then the loading dock, I guess, would be around back, but easily visible from across one of the streets.
Oh yeah.
Right? You'd be able to see kind of the front and the
Yep.
back same time. Then I would try to pull over at park right around there.
Okay, so you pull over.
If there's no parking, I'm just gonna double park and throw on my hazards for a while.
You can park at the dock actually.
No, I don't want to be right up on
Okay.
it.
All right. So park up.
Just kinda
Find parking
gotta
on the
shut
streets.
shut the cab down. Yeah.
All right.
Somewhere where I can see. And just hang out.
So you just hang out front of the gallery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, more or less. The truck's off, so not too conspicuous.
Okay. All right. So you just kind of hang out there. You just keep your eyes peeled all night.
Not necessarily. I mean, I would get some sleep or whatever, but I figure if anybody was trying to break in or anything, I would probably hear it or notice.
Okay. So
Sleeping in my cab, so it can't be too comfortable, but it happens.
all right. So that night,
I got a nice one. It's got the bed in the back.
there, Lenny, you have yourself a little dream. And in your dream,
Oh no. Oh no.
Something's happening.
in your dream, you see the back of Tommy Slick's head. It's in a ponytail, bow tie. And he turns around and faces you and says, "Lenny, you don't know what you're getting into." His head then falls off his body and rolls towards you. It looks up at you, gives a wide-eyed stare, opens its mouth, and starts to consume itself. And you wake up.
Oh.
Oh, so that's how it's done. I kind of rub my temples and wipe my eyes and say that was a weird one.
It is, the sun's just starting to peak up, actually, right now.
Kind of give it a stretch, look around the street.
All right, street's pretty dead, actually, right now. See a couple cars coming and going, but no one's really stopping.
kind of take a towel and some mouthwash and freshen up a little bit.
It's not
maybe.
It's not out of the question for you to do that on any given day. Have a little backup toothbrush in the cab of your truck.
Yeah, man, I could live out of this thing. I maybe take a walk around, look for nearby, I don't know, convenience stores, something might be open.
Okay.
Coffee, breakfast Sammy, something like that.
There's a Wawa about a block or two away.
Let's go there.
Can you head into Wawa, grab yourself some coffee, little breakfast Sammy,
Sound good.
or a donut or something, to eat. And then, what are you doing till the auction starts there?
Otherwise, I'd probably just head home. Let's sit around for a little bit longer. Drink the coffee, wake up a bit, make sure nothing happens till the sun's like up-ish.
Okay. Sun.
Does it look like anything happened at the gallery across the street while I was
Doesn't
out?
look like it. Looks like everything's pretty safe.
All right. I'll wait around a little bit longer.
All right.
Um,
How long do you wait till?
I want to beat, I guess, the morning traffic maybe, so probably leave around 7.
Leave around 7.
Maybe.
Okay. And you beat the morning traffic, get home pretty easily. We're going to say you get home that early. We'll say you get home at 8.
Probably take a nap.
All right. You don't have any work to do today. You just had that one delivery scheduled for 3 in the afternoon, which you've already accomplished.
Improvised upon.
Right. What's Walter doing that day?
He'd probably get some time, and he'd probably do like, maybe the first hour and a half or 2 of business at the bookstore.
Okay. Get a couple hours in at work.
He's got his. He might have dressed a little nicer today, knowing that the auction was coming up.
All right.
So
Good. So
he didn't want to look like his regular bookstore nerd self. He wanted to look like
a fancy nerd,
dapper bookstore nerd. So yeah, I guess around like 2:00. Yeah, he probably would have driven in today,
just so that
his
he
car
could.
Probably is parked somewhere nearby. Yeah, stuffed a bunch of quarters in the meter or
All
something.
right.
And gonna drive on up to Main Line.
Heather, you're going to the auction too, aren't you?
Yes.
Are you doing anything else before it?
No, but I set like my alarm just like super early, like 9 a.m.
Oh, okay.
One of those clock radio ones that goes like
Okay. Why do you set your alarm so early?
because I want to look like a rich person.
Oh, okay. So you're
And
dressing up fancy.
I feel like
Makeover montage.
yeah, exactly. Cue like some Cyndi Lauper
80s
in the
music, yeah.
background. Yeah. But I don't really even know what like rich fancy people look like, so it's a little bit gaudy, like what I think it is. Like,
Let's see how bad it is. Give a credit
Nice.
rating roll.
okay, that's both of the dice, right?
That's both the dice. Yep.
Yep.
Oh God,
You want to get below 10, I think.
57.
Yeah, you look. You think you look okay, but
Yes, absolutely. She thinks she's pulling it off. Like
Yeah.
they'll
But
never know that I'm
fucking
broke.
got
very
this.
gaudy looking though.
Yeah, I'm thinking those poofy sleeves.
Poofy sleeves, a lot of like big costume jewelry kind of shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real fancy.
If only you had some.
A
thick
lot
gold rimmed
of
glasses.
like the like cheap like knockoff of whatever the
Super yellow gold, like that kind of shit.
yeah, like Elizabeth Taylor's like white diamonds
Ooh,
or
nice.
something.
Yeah. All right. And what are you heading to the auction too, Lenny, or are you staying home for that?
Oh, I'm going.
Oh yeah, that's right. You feel oddly drawn to the statue.
This is my chance to
He's
get
about
it
to
on.
bid his whole life
legally.
savings on it.
I hope not.
Right. So you get to the auction house. All of you get there by 3:00. You see that there are 20 seats set up. Most of them are filled by people.
I don't go in right away. I wait until after it starts and go to take a seat in the back.
Okay. All right, so you head on into the auction a little bit after it starts. Heather, you see Walter there at the auction when you walk in.
Do I get like one of those numbered placards? To hold
Indeed
up
you
if I
do.
wanna
You
bid
get
on
one of them.
something?
Heather, you get
Nice.
one as well.
Yay.
Do you guys sit near each other or just kind of...
I mean, I give her a wave if she looks approachable. I mean,
Okay.
I'd probably make.
Heather, you see that fucking nerd
say
again.
hi at least.
I give him a wave back because I'm still like, Lenny said he's not that bad, and he's kind of, like I said, a little bit of a sad sap.
Gotcha.
Maybe missed his only chance to be on a date. I'm kind of like buying his story now.
So, Lenny, then you
love
walk
it.
in and you see the person at the front desk says, "Oh, you're the delivery driver, right?"
Yeah, that's right.
Says, "Okay, so the curator told me to let you in. Here's a placard if you want to bid on anything."
I do. Thank you.
So you guys go into the auction house, the auction section, and they start rolling out a couple pieces, some paintings and such.
Is there any chance I can sit somewhere where they might not see me? right away?
Absolutely, you can sit a little bit towards the back of the seating area. We're going to say that they're a little closer to the front so they can get a better view of the piece when it comes out.
Yes, it's toward the back. Definitely. For now.
While you guys are there, you see that there is a well-recognized fellow there, a wealthy socialite, Gordon Riles. And Gordon Riles turns to the crowd of the people that are around and he turns back and says, "Hey, listen, just to let you guys know, I'm going to be walking away with the Jacanovitch today. Don't even bother bidding. I'm going to outbid you. I get what I want when I want it." And some of the other people there who are all kind of fancy looking except for maybe Heather, and Heather looks like she's trying too hard. And Lenny is also kind of blue-collary looking. But everyone else looks like fairly wealthy, well-to-do. Also in there, you see two people wearing those big, tall Russian hats.
Oh yeah, like the snow caps that are.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
furry.
There's see two of them sitting next to each other. They're wearing two of those because it's so cold out. It's still a little cold in here. And in fact, you actually hear the wind howling outside as they're bringing more artworks up and people are bidding. Bids are going up and down. Still haven't seen any statues, mostly paintings. But you do hear the wind whipping up behind you. As you turn around, you can see the front of the gallery is mostly glass so that, people walking by can see in and see the artwork. But if you look out the window right now, you'll see that the snow is whipping around really quick. There wasn't anything about snow in the forecast today, however. But you can't always trust the weatherman.
Never.
The auction continues. People bid on some more artworks and everything. The wind starts picking up more, though. You can hear that in the background over the voices of the people bidding. The auctioneer actually has to speak up a little bit. The wind starts to sound like an odd howl. Everyone there, all three of you, give me a sanity roll.
Oh man.
It's at both dice.
Both dice. The howl is almost maddening.
Just shows poor planning on my part. I'm like, I'll survive without.
Oh,
my
fuck.
sanity.
Fuck.
Okay, did everyone lose?
Well, Walter seems unsettled.
I am 9 points away, and I think I'm gonna spend that. Luck.
Okay,
That's a lot,
9 points of luck.
but
All right, did
doing
Walter
it.
pass?
No,
while I can.
I'm 12 points away.
You can spend your
Walter
luck if you
did
want,
pass, yeah.
or you can lose a sanity point.
Oh, you just lose one?
Well, in this case, you're going to lose just one.
Kind of want to see what it's like to go a little bit nuts.
All right.
I'm going to lose a point.
All right, so you lose 1 point. Check off 1 point of sanity there. Heather, you start to get really unnerved by the wind outside, and you start to cover your ears and kind of look around the room and make sure that no one else is if anyone else is hearing this windiness or anything. And as you look around, you see Lenny in the back there, and meet eyes with him. And just as you do,
Give her a tip of my
just
hat
as you
and
do, the auctioneer says, "Okay, so now for the piece de resistance of the night, a previously unknown Jacanovitch. And they wheel out.
Walter looks to Heather.
Let's sit up a little.
They wheel out a strange-looking metal sculpture, a statue. Looks like the head of an older man trying to swallow itself.
Oh, his eyes narrow. He kind of like grips like your forearm a little bit, like just beyond the wrist, like Heather.
The wind continues to pick up in the background. The howling gets louder and louder, almost deafening. And then all of a sudden you hear a shattering of glass from the front windows. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
What? Come on!
All right. So that's where we're going to end episode 4.
good.
And everybody, till next time, remember, sanity is overrated. Hey, this is George. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment. We are also a podcast that you can check out wherever you listen. We are on TikTok and Instagram at That Cthulhu Jawn. And you can email us with any questions or comments at thatcthulhujawn@gmail.com.